Hola y bienvenidos a la hora de craft time with Miss Amy. I am a library assistant at Arlington Library, and today we will be learning how to make a homemade piñata using everyday materials. So, to get started, we will need a brown paper bag, any size will do, a hole punch if you have one, scissors, a stapler, tape, string, and something to decorate it with. Now, I found tissue paper and streamer, but you can use anything that you have at home. If you have construction paper or just regular paper that you want to color. You might also want to grab a magazine. If you don't have a magazine, regular paper will work as well. Little stickers or shapes to put inside and to decorate the outside of your bag. And most importantly, candy. Now, you might not have candy at home, but you can use any little small treat or toy to fill it in. Piñatas don't always have candy in them. Sometimes there's cacahuates, which is peanuts, naranjas, oranges, or confetti. Confetti is really fun. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is open up your bag, and you're going to fill it with your candy. Since this is a paper bag, you don't want to overfill it, otherwise it might not work. Okay, now that you have that in there, see, it's a little bit unstable, so you want to grab just some pieces of a magazine, old magazine, make sure you ask before you tear it, and just stuff it. So this will give your piñata a nice, full shape. So we'll just throw some in there. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Just enough to give it a little bit of volume. Do a couple more sheets. Okay. Next, we're going to fold the top of the bag shut. I like to do a double fold just to make it a little sturdier for the string. And you're going to staple each end. And once it's stapled, you'll take your hole puncher and you're going to make a hole punch right under your staple. Now, because I double folded it, it's going to be a little bit hard. There we go. Look at that, making confetti already. And now we're going to take our string, and this is all dependent on you. This string's a little bit long, but you know, I want to be able to hold it up high. And we're going to just cut a piece there, put our string through there, and tie it. This will serve us later once we're ready to break it. Have you ever broken a piñata before? They are very fun, and the candy is the best part. So let's see. I'm going to do a double knot on this just to make sure it's nice and sturdy. And you can cut these little pieces or you can leave them, you can tape them down, however you want. So next we're going to put this aside, and we're going to take a piece of our tissue paper. Let's see, I'm going to start with this pink. And we're going to just lie it flat and cut a strip. Doesn't have to be too thick, just however you want it. Just make sure you go slow because tissue paper is very delicate and it could just rip. So there we go. See? And next, we're going to make these little fringe frilly things on it. Very, very simple. just take your tissue paper and cut all the way along. Make sure that you have an adult with you anytime you're using anything sharp, and ask for help if you need help. If you can't use the scissors, ask someone to help you. Okay, so we're just going to do that all the way to the end. All right, so once that's done, I'm going to grab our bag again, and we are going to tape our fringe around it. Now, if you notice, mine isn't going to go all the way around. It's a little bit short, but that's okay because we have a little bit extra. So with our tape, we're going to tape it on there, kind of like a little hula skirt. Yeah, we want to make sure that that's covered the end of the bag. So see, there's a little bit of a gap, but I'm just going to take my other piece and cover that up. Now, you can either double layer it this way, or you can just cut the piece you need and put it on there. I'm just going to go ahead and do kind of a double layer just to give it a little bit more of a frill. Oh, it's a little hard to do sometimes. There we go. All right, and so I am now done with the first part. Now, I'm just going to keep repeating this until I cover my entire bag. So I have my pieces here that have already been cut, and I'm just going to keep going. And there we go. Ta-da! Very nice. Now, if you want to make it just a little more festive, you can take some of your extra scraps of tissue paper, either if you cut too much fringe like I did, or you can just take another piece of tissue paper and cut one long string. And we can do, kind of give it a little bit of a tail, like a kite. Sometimes kites have tails at the end. We can do that. Let's see. And this doesn't have to be perfect because it's just going to hang from the bottom. So we're going to take our tape again, and then we'll just lay down the bag, and right here on the bottom you'll tape it. And I have a few more scraps that fell. Got them. So let's see, we have blue. Add some blue on there. Some more pink. And now I went ahead and did a little bit extra for my piñata. See how that hangs there? Mira qué bonito. Muy bonito, ¿verdad? Okay, so I did a little bit extra, and I made some ears, some eyes, and a unicorn horn. So I'm actually going to make a unicorn piñata. So I'm going to take my horn and just tape it to the back here. And kind of fold it so it sits up. Oh no, I think it's a little heavy. We're gonna tape down a little bit more. There we go. Oh. Having some trouble here. That's okay. Nothing a little tape can't fix. Oh. Let's try that one more time. Nothing a little tape can't fix. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my ears. I'm gonna fold my tape over and place it on the inside of the ear, and then just kind of put it there. Cover up the string a little bit. Do my other one, and they're not exactly the same. One might be a little bigger than the other. And I'm gonna put a little bit of a mane back here, because I still have a little bit of a gap. And so these strings here will just cover that up. Se ve bien, ¿verdad? Looks good. Okay, and now for my eyes. Got one eye. And so you can be very creative. You can grab some markers, some crayons, and you know, you can make a monster, maybe some pipe. If you have pipe cleaners, you can use some pipe cleaners to do some antennas and just make it really, really fun. I thought of the unicorn because the colors I found reminded me of a unicorn, so this was very fun. All right. And there we go. My piñata is all done. Se ve bien, ¿verdad? I think it looks good. And I can't wait to break this and have all those delicious dulces. Now, but before I do that, you always want to make sure that you clean up any mess you made when you're having fun. So I'm going to pick up all of my extra scraps, put them away, put them in a trash can, or maybe I'll use them for something else. Just remember to clean up. Thank you. Gracias.